cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm coated in Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again, man, with another edition of the show. So this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox, as well as PC and Nintendo. If that is something that intrigues you, then this is the place for you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right, man, these times are flying, bro. I swear, like, we're in the middle of June already. It's like, where is the time going? And next month, right around the corner, and before you know it, we're in the fall again. So, whew, man, before you know it, GTA 6 will be right there, at least hopefully, because I do think that it's gonna get delayed again. And I know that's going to make a lot of people upset, but supposedly we're supposed to be getting that Red Dead Redemption 2 upgrade for PS5 and for Series X and Nintendo Switch 2, hopefully. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see on that one, but more on that. But yeah, we're going to talk about an interesting report here in regards to GTA 6. I know I've gotten emails about talking about GTA 6 and stuff like that. I guess people like when I talk about GTA, but more importantly, this is interesting, right? Because we knew from before that this game was taking a long time, you know, to develop, and obviously, you know, us getting even more information on it. But apparently behind the scenes, the story for GTA 6 got rejected 3 times. And it's crazy to even think that, because now because we're going to go over it, but where the story is now, at least from what I understand, man, it's like literally the perfect American story, right? The Bonnie and Clyde situation with Jason and Lucia and everything, and lots of shenanigans apparently. So we're going to go over this report here and dig a little bit much more deeper and see what's going on or what happened, because apparently the game was kind of going through development hell, which most games nowadays, obviously, you know, they take so long. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest Achilles heel to a lot of these games. I know a lot of you guys, especially with, you know, games like Wolverine, we have not seen a pin drop of footage since 2021. And that was like 4 years ago. So I'm telling you, these games take a very, very long time. But you know what? I'd rather a game takes a very long time to develop and come out versus putting out trash, right? Putting out dumpster fire like MindsEye, which we're going to talk about this situation. I just cannot believe in 2025 we're still putting out mediocre garbage. Like, I don't understand that, but hey, that's why I try to tell you guys, vote with your wallets, because, you know, you got to work so hard, man, for every dime that you acquire, that you get. And you just don't want to sit there and support a company or a studio that is just lazy and, I don't know, just there's no passion there whatsoever in regards to the actual game. And it shows. It definitely shows. And I see people still playing MindsEye, and I'm just like, okay, why are you doing this to yourself? You know what I mean? Like, the game is so bad. It is so freaking bad. And I'm like, they should have just canceled this game. But I got a report here saying that this game is already in the bargain bin. Like, not even this game came out, what, like a week ago? Not even a week ago, bro. And you already in the clearance bin, bro. The worst reviewed game of the entire this is the worst game of 2025. It's right up there with Gollum and what's that other game? There's another game I can't think of right now. Garbage, like literally for 2025 and for the rest of this generation. It probably beats out all the other games, man. Gollum and the rest of the other games. Like, game is bad, dude. Very bad. I don't even want to play it again. I don't care about no updates or none of that. Like, it just pissed me off and turned me off. Whenever I'm turned off from something, that's it. Whether it's a person or what, when I'm checked out, I'm checked out. And that's just how I am. If I'm done with you, I'm done with you. And On to the next one. So yeah, that's where I'm at with MindsEye. Don't ask me if I played it. I don't want to play it. Don't ask me if I'm going to replay it. I ain't going to replay it. Like, it's just, I don't know what they were thinking. You know what I mean? The mini game, the entire game is just a mess, right? It's just almost as if like they just were clueless on around the time of developing this game. Like they just crammed a whole bunch of stuff in one game, just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what's going to stick. Oh, let's throw in a CPR mini game and let's make it very stupid, right? And piss a lot of people off, which I wasn't the only one. I'm not sitting here acting like I'm a pro player or anything like that, but I'm also not stupid. And there's other people that were complaining about that stupid mini game, stupid CPR mini game. I'm like, why would you put that garbage inside of it? Like, why? You know, you couldn't find a different way to implement in the controls and stuff like that. Oh no, let's make it a little bit easier because you realize people are complaining about it. Like, hey, why is this so hard? Like for you to do a stupid freaking CPR. It's supposed to be easy. Like, why are you complicating that? On top of that too, it's just the pace of the game. Like, it's just like the story. Yeah, the story is pretty decent. Not the greatest that I've ever seen or played or anything like that. The world is freaking dead. The driving is stiff like a cucumber. It's just like for Unreal Engine 5, dude, and that's the best that you can come up with. And that's why, you know, I don't care. I really don't care what anybody has to say because you know what? I'm tired of all these fake defenders out here. You have some of these dudes that sit here and defend every single thing instead of calling stuff out. You have these studios, small freaking studios, bro. A lot of these games that are game of the year contender. Look at Black Myth Wukong, small freaking studio. There was another game that I saw at Summer Game Fest. I believe, I think it was only like 20 or I think 20 developer. Oh yeah. What's that game? Expedition 33. You know what I mean? Small, super small studio. And they were able to crank out Expedition 33. A lot of people's game of the year is Expedition 33. No, I want to hit my desk so hard. No freaking excuses. It pisses me off, bro. As somebody that has been a veteran of this entire freaking gaming industry, I've been around doing this for 20 years. I've been doing this. I've been going to E3. I've been talking to developers. I almost went to school for game design. I literally been doing this channel for 10 years. Like I've been doing, this is not my first rodeo. So I kind of have a little bit, and I have a friend of mine who is a game developer as well. Shout outs to him as well if he's watching this. But Farmer, I see you, bro. And it's sad. It's very, very freaking sad that developers are once again, at least build a Rocket Boy. Like, what are you thinking, bro? And you think that people are just going to happily spend $60 and it's all good and it's okay. And the suck part about it is, unless, I don't know, GameStop, I don't know how their return policy works, but it's been a while. I know that you could open the game and bring it back a while back, but I don't know if you still can do that now. But yeah, most of the times if you open the game, you can't get your money back. You can trade it in, but you can't get your money back. And a game like that, and it's almost as if like it's a scam, because it's like you see the importance of having reviews. You start realizing as a consumer, you start realizing real quick, like, oh dang, like where's the reviews? You know what I'm saying? So you almost are like the beta testers. You know what I mean? No. There's no reviews. So what you're going to have to do as a consumer is go buy the game. Not realizing, oh man, this game is a train wreck getting ready to happen. Right? And then now you can't get your money back. And now you're stuck with this particular product that you can't get rid of. You know what I mean? So it's just, I can't believe that we're still doing this in 2025. And best believe, you will think that the whole cyberpunk situation, like,
thanks for the dono.
Man, I'm so pissed off, dude.
MindsEye sunk by a ridiculous story, inconsistent writing, and poorly designed missions.
It's sad, Mark. Thank you so much for that, man. Like, it breaks my heart, bro. Like it really does, because you have studios out there who are smaller in size, smaller than Build a Rocket Boy, smaller than what's their name again? Shoot, what's that other studio name again? I can't think of that studio's name. The people that makes what you call it? Black Myth Wukong, Game Science. Yeah, Game Science. Like, you see all these smaller freaking studios, bro. Expedition 33, you know, all these smaller freaking studios, and you put out garbage like this in 2025 and expect people to sit there and support this. And you, man, listen, like I said, I think Walmart's clearance bin is way too nice. Literally, wait, I think Walmart should have just said, you know what? We need to stop carrying this mug. We need to stop selling it. You know what I'm saying? Because all that's going to happen is people are going to try to return the game and get their money back. So we need to just, like, you can't do this, bro. Like, as somebody who creates content and stuff like that, that's one of the main reasons why I just, man, there's so many emails I get from time to time to create a certain kind of video or create a certain type of stream. And I'm just like, nope. Money comes along. Nope. You don't want that money? No, you know, you need the money. Nope. I don't need it that bad. You see what I'm saying? Because you turn around and you make garbage freaking content, it's a domino effect. So even as a content creator myself, I know the blowbacks from that. You can't, certain things, leave it alone. You see what I'm saying? Because all you're going to do is set yourself up for failure and set yourself back. You don't want, you working so freaking hard to get to a certain point. You know what I mean? In your career or in your life, you have goals, you have dreams, you have aspiration, whatever the case may be. And it's like, bro, like, look at the Cyberpunk situation. You're telling me you didn't learn from that? You did not learn from Cyberpunk situation? How much of a mess, dumpster fire mess that was, to the point where Sony had to delist the game, right? Sony had to issue out refund. I mean, it got so widespread. I mean, it spread very quickly like wildfire to the point where GameStop start issuing out refund. Best Buy, all these retailers start catching wind like, oh, shoot, we're going to have to refund. You see what I'm saying? I even got an email saying, hey, if I want to return my copy of the game, hey, I can go ahead and do so. What a freaking shame. But the saving grace to CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077 was, oh, shoot, they made a whole 180 on the game and fixed the game. I mean, it's like a night and day difference compared to when the game first launched, and a lot of people got on board. Is that possible with MindsEye? Can they do that? Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe they can. But at the same time, it's just like, bro, where's your pride? Where is your pride? How can you stand behind that as a product and sell that and be like, yeah, during the development process, right? During the QA process, how can you look at that game and be like, yep, this is ready for release? You see what I'm saying? Where is the passion? Listen, I can't be the only one sitting here in this chair passionate about video games. It can't just be me, bro. It cannot just be me. Because if that was me, if that was my company, if I was the head of that company, no, we're not putting this out. I don't care if the investors get mad. I don't care if we'll find other investors. We're not putting this out. Bro, what you're building is a relationship. What you're building is something that is memorable, that people can come back to, right? For years to come, because you're always, that game is going to stick with you for the rest of your friggin' existence. I don't think that these developers are realizing that, bro. What are you doing? You see what I'm saying? You put out trash, people are always going to go back to that trash. Doesn't matter how much good you have done in your career or in your life. If you do something bad or you mess up in your career, whether it's professional or non-professional career, people are always going to bring that stuff up. That's just the way how life works. I know it's not fair. Life is not fair. You have to walk the straight path in life. And it almost as if you have to be freaking perfect. But in the video game industry, there are so many freaking, I'm tired of it. I really am. Time and time again, You know what I mean? No, we're not going to sit here and be quiet about it. We're going to speak up about it because that's what we're supposed to do. Why are you putting out garbage? Why are you putting out a game and charging full price for it, knowing that, hey, man, this is going to do us more harm than good? You knew people was going to refund this. You knew retailers was going to start discounting this thing, right? You knew it because the game is not good. So when you keep, and you know what? I don't care what none of y'all say. This is why I have a respect for Nintendo. You can say, oh, well, you know, these games are kiddie games and this, and Nintendo games have a level of polish. They have a level of polish to them. At least all their first party studio games, they have a level. Same thing with Sony. Sony is the next one. You don't have Sony. Is Sony perfect? No. Is Nintendo perfect? No. None of them are. But at the same time, you see why people rock with Nintendo, right? Come on, you know this, right? I'm so upset right now because this is nonsense, right? And you have other games that people have been asking for that have not seen the light of day, right? Or they don't have the push or pull or the recognition, but you have the push or pull and you effing around. You wasting freaking time. When you have small independent studios out there that will blow your game out of the freaking water, right? But they can't get the shine. They don't have the marketing. They don't have the push or pull. They don't have the overhead. They don't have none of that. But here you are putting out garbage. And this is why I try to tell you guys, like, the fanboy stuff, it should be non-existent because, you know, you're always going to have some people that sits here and try to defend. There's no defending this. You called it could have been Sony. Look at Sony. You know what I mean? We all let Sony have it, bro. Concord should have never freaking happened. It should have never freaking happened. But no, how can you be known for quality AAA games and put out something like Concord? And then now Concord is going to stick to Sony, to their ribs for the rest of their lives. Now, I just saw an article recently saying, what was it, yesterday or day before yesterday, where Sony is like, listen, their review process is going to be different moving forward. They're trying not to make that mistake again like they did with Concord. You doggone right. You doggone freaking right. Don't make that mistakes. And mistakes are meant for you to make them so you can learn from them. But some companies and some individuals have a hard freaking head, a head that's tough as a rock. And when you have a head as tough as a rock, it's hard to penetrate through your freaking, man.
Thanks for the dono.
Pisses me off, dude.
Hey Marlon, is it possible to get a refund from PlayStation for the digital copy of MindsEye?
You can try. Thank you so much for that, Jeff. You could try. You could freaking try, man. I did cover this probably like 2 streams ago where I think maybe one person or a couple of people on Reddit was able to get a refund for MindsEye. So you can try. You can reach out to PlayStation, call them, and and explain the situation to them and see if they can give you your money back. I think it's worth a shot because, dude, we all deserve better. We all do. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. I'm speaking from my heart here. Because not because I'm behind a lens don't mean that I'm somehow special or I get some kind of special treatment. Now I'm just like y'all. You see what I'm saying? Not because I'm behind the lens, that don't mean nothing. So I'm speaking from the heart and I'm speaking on behalf of all of you guys, right? Because this should have never freaking happened. Like, honestly, I'm still stuck with the game, right? Shouts to my man Skillful for helping me out. I didn't ask him. He just dropped the money for me to get it. You see what I'm saying? For me to get my refund back. And you know what I mean? And that was not even his responsibility, but it just goes to show you how good some people are, the heart that some people have, right? I'm stuck with that freaking game now. That game could be a door stopper. I don't even want to put it back in my system. It's just, I don't have patience and time for nonsense. Why are you putting something like this out? Unacceptable. First and foremost, unacceptable, right? Wasting our freaking time. right? There's so many other games right now that we need to be playing, that we need to be finishing. But no, there's so many games coming out at the same time that's distracting us. That's how you end up having this large freaking backlog of games, and the good stuff keeps getting pushed down, right? And then the bad stuff, it getting all the attention, right? Because it's negative, right? So people are going to be talking about, man, this game is bad. Oh, let me check it out. Let me see how bad it is. Like, nah. But I really hope that games like MindsEye, Cyberpunk, Gollum, Redfall, Starfield launch like a buggy, glitchy mess at the time. I really hope games like that continues to teach the industry. Look at freaking Assassin's Creed, not Origins, Shadows. Look at Shadows. Look at the situation with that. How many times they delayed the freaking game, and when they showed it off at the time, it looked rough. I mean, the joint looked rough, right? And I said, nah, B, you gonna put this out looking like that? Delayed, and then they drop it. And I was like, whoa. So again, the moral of the story, I say all this to say this. Take pride in your games. Take pride, not even just video games. Take pride in what you do. Take pride in what you do and what you put out there into the world, bro. That's 100%. 100%. Take pride into that, because if you don't take pride into it, man, it's going to cost you more harm than good. And there's going to be more games that are going to be coming out by now and the end of the year. And we will see. If now the bar has been set. Congratulations, build a rocket. Because you definitely build yourself a rocket to space, to nothing. All right? Nothing to be hype about. All right? So congratulations for building the worst game of this entire generation. Congratulations, because you're number one on the worst game of this generation. I'm so upset. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So Final Fantasy 16. Remember, that's why I say it's not good to be fanboying. Remember how people was making fun of the base PS5? Yeah, that same one sitting right back over there. The base PS5. Oh, PS5 is trash. You know, PS5 can't run Final Fantasy. Remember? PS5 can't run Final Fantasy 16. This and that. Look now, 720p. Now, obviously, this game was going through so much issues. Now, to think that these people would realize, like, oh man, maybe the game is just not very well optimized, or there's some sort of issues going on here with optimization. No, 720p. And mind you, people was dunking on the PS5. Oh, see, told you PS5 is trash. Look, 720p on Xbox, on the Series X, right? What does that tell you? Something is going on here. There is no way on God's green earth you're going to tell me that the Series X can't run Final Fantasy 16 at even 4K or dynamic 4K or something, or whatever the case may be. 720p? Something is happening here in terms of optimization. On top of that, Lord have mercy. Final Fantasy 16 is also selling very poorly on Xbox. Can't say I'm not surprised. We're going to talk more about that. We're also having a Nintendo Direct to talk about. Yeah, that's right, a Nintendo Direct. Probably not the Nintendo Direct that you really want, but we have Donkey Kong Bonanza, which that's a game that I'm excited about. And so, yes, we have that Direct going on here. And we're going to talk about the first week sales for Final Fantasy 16. It ain't good on Xbox. It is not good. So we're going to talk about that as well. And we're going to talk about Gears of War Reloaded, just topping the charts right now. Man, you could say whatever you want to say about Microsoft. Oh, man, Microsoft this, Microsoft that. But Microsoft is smart. They're smart, bro. They are freaking so smart. Because a game that came out in 2006 and you literally remastered that game, put it on another platform, and it's making more bank more than you can ever think about. Smart. You might not understand Microsoft's strategy or can get on board with it, but I can almost guarantee you if you were Microsoft, you would probably be like, I'll do the same thing. If it make money, it makes sense. And so this is the reason why I had to understand. I had to get with the program. Listen, I'm old school. I like to have games that were exclusive to certain systems back in the day. You know, that's a long time ago. You know, this day and age, it's game over now. So you got to get with the times. Like, you have to understand what these companies are doing and the objective and what the mission is and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's what it really is. This is why they're going to continue to do what they do. So you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. But you're just going to have to accept the reality of what's going on. What is that reality? Reality is Microsoft is done with exclusivity. Some things are going to be like timed exclusive, right? Only on the box for a certain amount of time. And then it's going to get ported to PS5. And you know what? I'm all for it. Because that means that gives me options. Plenty of options. Oh, I don't want to play this on Xbox. I'll play it on PS5. Oh, no, I don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? So you have tons of options now. More than ever. And case in point, Gears of War Reloaded. Popping off. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised at all. And this is not going to stop Microsoft now. Now Microsoft full steam ahead. I mean, the whole slate, they were not kidding. Phil was not joking around. The whole slate is coming over. All right. So realize that the entire slate of Xbox will be coming over to PS5 and also the Nintendo Switch too. All right. Now, here's another story that we're going to be talking about today, which, yeah, check this out. So this has come from Insider Gaming, and Stellar Blade on PC right now is a sleeper hit. It is the second best-selling performing game for Sony right now on PC. Like, this is crazy because the headline reads, Stellar Blade on PC hit 1 million sales, 19 times faster than on PS5. Let that sink in. Just like Microsoft, you see why Sony putting their games on other platform like PC. You see why? The needle is moving. And this is the kind of stuff, like, you see that? 1 million. The game just came out. 1 million already. 19 times more faster than PS5. What happened to the PS5 fan base? Why did the PS5 fan base didn't eat up this game like on the PC? There you have it. Oh, have mercy. So you see why these companies do what they do. Because it's about what? Growth for these companies. Growth more than anything else. If they can move that needle and make even more money, that's exact. They're not your friend. They're not your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. None of that. They're in business to take your money. And if these companies see an avenue or a way for them to make even more money, that's what they're going to do. You don't have to like it. I don't have to like it. I just have to accept that reality. And I've realized that crying about these companies making these strategic shifts is not going to change the reality. You know what I mean? They're not going to change. And you have to accept the reality of, well, Microsoft is not the same anymore. Sony is not the same. Sony for doggone sure ain't the same no more. Right? And some of the old stubborn ways of Sony is still there. It's still there. It ain't going nowhere. Hard-headed ways, stuck. They're just like Nintendo. You know what I mean? Just stuck in their old freaking ways. You know what I mean? And just want to do whatever they want to do. And you're always going to be getting this little of fan service. Don't think you're going to be getting all the fan service in the world, because that's not how it freaking works. So you better recognize and realize and retain that in your brains, because that's the reality. And so this is moving forward. You're going to continue to see an influx of games going to PS5, going to Switch 2 because of that, because of those reasons. Certain games are going to get locked down. Certain games are not going to get locked down. You know what I mean? And that's okay with me too, because God is putting me in a position where I'm able to play these games by any means necessary. So it's okay with me. So the situation that's going on now with a lot of the stuff that was shown off at the Xbox showcase, and even going into next year, maybe later this year, we might get even more showcase, more events or whatever the case may be, showing off some stuff that we didn't get to see in the showcase. But if I see a PS5 logo, that's cool with me, because maybe I might want to play it on Xbox just for the nostalgia purpose, or maybe I just want to play it on PS5, or maybe I just want to play it on the Switch for portability. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of really all depends. But hit that like button for me. We're going to get right into the actual show, and let's check this out, because Lord have mercy. Now, this one right here. Yes. Let's talk about the GTA 6 situation, because oh boy, for those of you who have been emailing me, like I told y'all, if you want to hit me up and stuff, hit me up on Twitter, tag me, stuff. I had people emailing me, man, you need to talk about GTA 6. Man, you need to talk about GTA. I'm like, yeah, I know people love when I talk about GTA 6, but yeah, I'm not going to sit here and pull something out of the rear if there's nothing to talk about. Like, if there's something to talk about, I'll talk about it. So appreciate y'all emails, but next time, tag me on Twitter or something if you have news or information or anything like that. My email for my channel is strictly for business purposes only. So thank you so much. But here we go for those of you who have been asking for weeks. Okay, so let's check this out. Insider Gaming, listen to this theory here, because this is crazy. Insider Gaming, GTA 6's story was rejected 3 times, causing Dan Houser to step down. It's claimed. This is crazy story right here. 3 freaking times GTA 6 story got rejected, and they're saying it's claimed. Y'all not even hearing me. You're not hearing me right now. So check this out. It's claimed that Take-Two Interactive wasn't keen on the first 3 incarnations of the GTA 6 story. After the 3rd idea was rejected, the enormity of the project and the reboot work allegedly caused Dan Houser to step down from his position. We'll explain why you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket with this, though. GTA 6 is the biggest video game ever, and it's not out for another year. But when it eventually released, it will be a landmark occasion. A story has suggested we might be lucky to be getting GTA 6 at all. Wow, that is what? Well, wait, what? Did you hear what I just read? A story has suggested we might be lucky to be getting GTA 6 at all, guys. At all. Can you believe that? Like, how can Take-Two and Rockstar not make another Grand Theft Auto because the story, they couldn't get the story down right. The story just keep getting rejected. Nah, we don't like the story. Nah, we don't like that. Drug Lord? No, we don't like this. Oh, no. Bonnie and Clyde? No, get that out of here. What? Almost to the point where the game probably would have never happened. Can you imagine in a world where it's just GTA 5 and no follow-up? So, it said that the game has been through a tricky development cycle. So check this out. GTA 6 story was rejected by Take-Two multiple times. So for Valves, if that's how you're saying their name here, through Medium, is an unproven source, which is why we are somewhat hesitant to go full board with this rumor. So treat it as such, guys. But their explanation of Rockstar's behind-the-scenes work on GTA 6 is interesting to hear. The text is also translated, and we have done our best to communicate the information accurately, so bear with us if it's not perfect. The writer has claimed that there have been 3 different versions of the GTA 6 script. Are you hearing what I'm saying? 3 different versions of the GTA 6 script. So they went on to say that the first pitch of the story was a detective story worthy of a thriller, centered around 3 protagonists. There was a lot of steam for this pitch, and it was in development until the end of 2016. Ultimately, Take-Two vouted the project and cited it as too dark and did not meet their expectations. So Take-Two, in other words, get that out of here. Story 2 switched to 2 protagonists, a policewoman and a drug smuggler's, underlining as crazy as Trevor from GTA 5. Trevor is a crazy son of a gun. This version was in development for 18 months. Unfortunately, this too was eventually canned by Take-Two. It's claimed a 3rd prototype was born in a similar vein to the second story pitch, only, I quote, the grieving police woman was replaced by an African-American man, a former soldier released from prison and fallen into the criminal underworld, end quote. Ooh, spicy. So check this out. This was canceled in March 2019. Dan Houser had a break from GTA 6 before deciding to, I quote, step down and temporarily relinquish his duties as vice president of creative, end quote. Holy freaking smokes. A lot of this needs to be taken with a pinch of salt, but if it's true, it explains why it's taken so long. Sorry, for GTA 6 to see the light of day. It is also links up with the Project Americas, the code name for GTA 6 at one point, suggesting that Rockstar wanted multiple protagonists and sites at first. But the vision eventually changed to 2 characters, including a Latina woman who now is known as Lucia. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. That's pretty interesting because yeah. So they're saying this could be the very reason why the game is taking so freaking long. And I mean, maybe this is true. Who knows? But I don't know, man. Like, you know, that's the thing. Ever since I've been doing this and loving Rockstar games, they have always taken a long time. And you constantly get delays after delays after delays after delays, and then you get the finished product and you're just blown away. So for all we know, maybe this is not true. Maybe it is true. Who knows? But regardless of the fact, I'm happy. Yay! And my daughter would say, yay! Daddy, yay! I'm happy that we have the Jason and Lucia story now, because I love the dynamicness of the 2 characters. And from the trailers that I've seen, it looks like it's going to be epic. You know what I mean? It looks like you're going to be able to do every single thing it seems like Rockstar is going to they're going to put every single thing that you would want to do in an open world game like this. And all the other Grand Theft Auto games, all the ideas like San Andreas, how you could work out, you could lose weight, all this stuff, right? You could fly planes. I mean, you could do just about anything in San Andreas, like taking that up to like 10 times. And in Vice City being so good at the time, probably one of the greatest GTAs ever made next to GTA 4. And all those elements, all those things that made previous GTA games so freaking good, and then just compiling all of that, you know, into one cohesive big old GTA 6 on top of fresh new ideas and reinventing the wheel, like Take-Two CEO was saying. I can't wait, because GTA 6 is such a colossal, like it's such a mammoth of a game and a mammoth of a franchise. It puts other open world games to shame. Can you imagine? I cannot believe that we were naive to think that freaking MindsEye was going to hold us over till GTA 6. Not even, it didn't even last, not even 24 hours. It only took me a couple of hours to say, yo, I'm taking this out of my PS5 Pro. And this is why I have a level of respect for Rockstar Games and what they stand for and what they do. The magic, the wizardry that they do, man. It's unbelievable. And so, yeah, man, I'm excited for GTA 6. I put up on the poll there if you guys think it's going to get delayed. I think it's going to get delayed again till further down into the year. It's probably going to be a holiday 2026 game. Who knows? Maybe it might come out in May. We'll see what happens. But let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think? All right, let's go on to this disgrace. Oh Lord, this disgrace of a freaking game. I don't even know. Where is it at? Where is MindsEye at? Oh, MindsEye. Oh, MindsEye. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's talk about MindsEye. The biggest laughing stock of the entire industry right now. The biggest joke. The biggest, I don't even know what to even say. The biggest scam. I will call it a freaking scam, because it don't even seem like it's real right now. Or it must be April Fools or something like that. I'm not joking. Let's go ahead and let's show you guys exactly what's going on here. Hit that like button for me. Hit that share button. All right. So MindsEye, right? Apparently, MindsEye found for $20 in Walmart clearance sale. Let that sink in. $20 freaking dollars. Don't believe me? See for yourself. $20 freaking dollars, guys. $20 freaking dollars. $20. $20 freaking dollars. $20 freaking dollars. Are you seeing this right now? Are you seeing this? $20 freaking dollars. $20. This can't be real. Spotted by the gamer, a post on the MindsEye subreddit, Rifio1617 shows an image of MindsEye PS5 copy with a Walmart clearance tag. The game is priced at a $20, a discount of over 50% off the original price of $59.88. The OP has confirmed that they were able to purchase that MindsEye copy from their local store at the clearance price and will be taking a swing at the game. $20 freaking dollars. So if you can find this for $20, I think that's what it's really worth at this doggone point. I think that this is a smart investment for the future, because who knows, maybe the game might get updated to the point where it blows everybody away and you only pay $20 for it versus $60 freaking dollars like everybody else initially paid. So I'm just saying, guys, that is freaking crazy. I mean, like, I don't even know. Now, so they said right here, some commenters have pointed out some issues with this post. One has informed the original poster that the clearance price tag for the MindsEye copy is dated June 9th, 2025. One day before the game's release date. Others have also pointed out that this isn't a nationwide thing, and sometimes Walmart ends up putting new releases in clearance due to its weird sales algorithm. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, but check with your local Walmart and see if this is true or not. I mean, that's kind of crazy though. That is that is do you think it's worth that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Final Fantasy.
Thanks for the dono.
16.
MindsEye for $20. You want $20 worth of MindsEye, you get roll.
$20 of MindsEye, yo, aunt. $20 of MindsEye, you get. JBRC, thank you so much for keeping the train going, keeping the stream alive with the super chats. Keep them coming. If you have any super questions or any concerns or anything like that, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Keep it coming. All right, so let's talk about this Final Fantasy 16 nonsense. Lord have mercy. Like, it's like you just can't win, man. Like every time you turn around, it's something else going on. Like it's just like, wait, what? Like, nah, man. I'm not lying. I'm not lying about this one right here. I got you guys. All right. Hit that like button for your boy and check this information out. This is also coming from Insider Gaming as well. And let's take it away. All right. So as you guys can see right here, Final Fantasy 16 only runs at 720p on Xbox Series X in performance mode. So the wait for the new Final Fantasy games on Xbox is over, as you can now play Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox. However, a performance test has revealed that the game isn't optimized well for Xbox's powerful consoles, and it's quite eyebrow raising how significant the difference is. So Final Fantasy 16 Xbox port has significant issues. Now, how is this passing through Q&A? How is this passing through quality assurance, man? Quality and assurance. How is this passing through QA, bro? How? I don't understand how they port these games over. Lord have mercy. So it says right here, according to Digital Foundry, the Xbox Series port of Final Fantasy 16 isn't optimized well in terms of graphics and performance. Oliver McKenzie recently ran through a side-by-side comparison of the game on PS5 and Series X and S.
Thanks for the dono.
Explaining the differences in quality.
After MindsEye, worst game you have played ever?
Yep, just about, brother, just about. Thank you so much, Have Hopes Football. Appreciate you. Quote, the graphics mode has some weird problems relative to PS5. Firstly, the Series X is softer and a lower resolution. So in this shot, the PS5 is at 1440p in graphics mode, and the Xbox is at 1224p. Now that's a bit of a curious difference. It says oftentimes we don't see that big of a resolution. Divergence. Now, listen to this, between obviously the two consoles, and oftentimes it favors the Series X. So listen to this. So the PS5 version of Final Fantasy 16 in the graphics mode is at 1440p, guys. And then on the Series X, it's 1224p. So that's basically FHD plus, basically. That's crazy. That is absolutely, like, what? Oh, Lord. Between the shadows and the foliage and the general visual aesthetics, the Xbox port looks to be the second best in almost every way. Now, McKenzie then broke down the differences in frame rate mode using the initial side-by-side to highlight this. So the PS5 is 1080p. The Series X is 720p. It's consistently lower throughout the shots I tested, end quote. So Oh my God, dude. This is bad. This is really bad. So the Xbox maintains a consistent 60 FPS compared to the variable PS5 performance, but it's likely coming at a detriment of the Series X port. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And we ain't done yet. And we ain't done yet. You thought we was done? Oh, we ain't done yet. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? All right, here we go. So FF16 on Xbox. Put a timestamp on that for you boys. Hit that like button for me, guys. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. All right, let's go. Let's get it. All right, let me change that. All right, so we are pushing along here, and this is nuts. Okay, this is absolutely freaking nuts at this point. All right, you ready? You ready for this? So FF16 is selling worse on Xbox, right? So what we're talking about here, listen to this. Final Fantasy 16 is selling poorly on Xbox, claims oh Lord. This is crazy. Let's get right into it, man. So according to this analyst firm, LIAN analyst, Final Fantasy 16 has sold 22,000 copies on Xbox since its shadow dropped on the 9th of this month. 22,000 copies. So LIAN analyze so basically LIAN this analytic firm is similar to Sorcana. And so this is crazy. So basically it says while it's unclear how they acquire and calculate their numbers, their website states that they are committed to delivering the most reliable data from the gaming industry. So yeah, that's crazy. We have gaming.bog.gg. Final Fantasy 16 sales disappoint at 22K first week. Just 22,000 copies sold on Xbox versus 3 million on PS5. Performance issues 720p in performance mode, 1224p graphics. Currently ranked number 400 plus in Xbox most played. PS5 version ran at 1440p for comparison. And yeah, Square Enix is yet to comment on the underwhelming launch. So yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, how can you... I don't get it. I just don't get it. How can you put this out? Again, we were just talking about that earlier. How can you put this out, bro? What a shame. What a shame. I thought Square Enix wanted to make as much money as they possibly can. What a shame. What a shame. Guys, I don't know, man. I not surprising, right? I know some of y'all are saying, bro, that's not surprising to me. I feel you on that one. I feel you 100%. All right, let's move on to our next topic here. Hit that like button for me, guys. Let's truck along here. So I know this is not the direct that you guys were hoping for, but there's going to be a Donkey Kong Bonanza direct announced by Nintendo. So Nintendo is offering an in-depth look at the upcoming Switch 2.
Of course, we will not be treated like second-class gamers. We are not ponies.
Oh, God, boss. Oh, God, bro. Come on, man. Here we go, bro. Here we go, boss, over here stirring the pot. You stirring the pot, boss. Thank you for the $5, my brother. I appreciate it. So Nintendo is offering an in-depth look at the upcoming Switch 2 title, Donkey Kong Bonanza, in a special direct showcase later this week. So Donkey Kong Bonanza, as we know it, launches July 17th. All right, so the presentation will feature around 15 minutes of information about the title, which is the second big Switch 2 exclusive following Mario Kart World earlier this month, to provide a deeper look at the game. So yes, you're going to be getting a 15-minute direct for Donkey Kong Bonanza. So if you guys are interested in that, it's going down. It's going down. All right. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comments section. I don't believe there's a date here for the presentation. I don't see one on this article. I guess they probably have not announced it yet. But yeah, just bear that in mind as well, guys. Bear that in mind. All right. So let's move on to our next topic. Ooh. You ready, guys? Oh, it's Wednesday? Yeah, they didn't mention that in this article at all, that it was Wednesday. They said later this week. So I guess they must have updated it now. It's on the 18th of this at 9 a.m. EST. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Skillful. Let's move on to our next topic here. Let's talk about Gears of War Reloaded. All right. Let's talk about Gears of War Reloaded. Now, I had a lot of fun playing with my cousin and one of his friends on the game. And, there's some things that they need to work out. Like the shotgun is, it's not as effective. The matchmaking is not so great. There's a lot of lag, stuff like that. But yeah, nothing like crazy deal breakers or nothing like that. But yo, check this out. So Clobril out on Twitter is reporting that Gears of War Reloaded tops the pre-order charts on PS5. So that is crazy. Not surprising. Look at this right here. Whoa. Look at that. Number 1, baby. Number 1. Are y'all seeing that? Number 1 over Death Stranding 2, over Ready or Not, over EA Sports MVP bundle, over Destiny 2. All these freaking games. You see what I'm saying? Especially with Sony's biggest exclusive of the year, Death Stranding 2 and Gears of War, a freaking remaster of a game from 2006, is number 1. Number freaking 1 right now. An Xbox game, a once Xbox masterpiece, is number 1 on the PlayStation Store for pre-orders. That is absolutely insane. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. It's right there in front of your eyes. You can't make this up. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why I say Microsoft will continue to do what they do. You know what I mean? They're going to continue to put these games out, man, and port them over because they're topping the charts. People are buying the games. And I won't be surprised they're going to do Gears 2 and they're probably going to do Gears 3 next. You know what I mean? And we'll see what the future holds. But by the looks of it, it seems like this is the path that it's heading down. So number 1 right now on the PlayStation Store pre-order store right now. So there you guys go, man. People buying the games. So Microsoft is going to keep them coming. They're going to keep them coming. All right. So let's go ahead and let's move on to our next topic. And this one right here, I think is very interesting because, man. Yeah. So let's talk about Stellar Blade, right? And this is a huge success right now for Shift Up and also Sony as well. This is their second best performing game they've released on PC next to Helldivers 2. Can't make this up. Like this is real, okay? So let's go ahead and let's dial into this one. All right, so as you guys can see right here, Stellar Blade on PC hit 1 million sales, 19 times faster than on PlayStation 5. Stellar Blade has proven that time means nothing to a good game with a recent PC launch. of the post-apocalyptic sexy slasher hitting 1 million sales in just 3 days. Let that sink in. I'm gonna highlight this so y'all understand what's going on. 1 million sales in just 3 days. That is absolutely nuts. Congratulations to Shift Up, and they're already working on the sequel right now. To put that into perspective, when Stellar Blade was released on the PlayStation 5 in April of 2024, it took almost 2 months to hit the same milestone. So it took almost 2 months for Stellar Blade to hit 1 million, right? And it took just 3 days to hit that on PC. That is absolutely freaking insane, dude. That is nuts. So it says stellar performance. It says in a post on South Korean site, Ruler Web, it was revealed that Stellar Blade has secured 1 million PC sales in just 3 days, decimating the 58 or so days it took the game to hit 1 million sales on the PlayStation 5. That brings the total sales for Stellar Blade up to a substantial 3 million units. Congratulations for a new IP. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. 3 million units. Wow, man. Wow. The upgraded version of Stellar Blade has been turning heads and has become the #1 PlayStation to PC game to ever be released, pulling in a whopping peak player count of almost 200,000 users on Steam. That is crazy numbers. That is crazy numbers right there. Again, congratulations to Shift Up and things of that nature. Wow, man. Sequel is on the freaking way. And I believe it's coming out when? I believe it's what, 2027 or 2020? It was some kind of crazy. When is the sequel coming out again? I think they said it's 2027, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's probably coming out in the next 2 years, which is crazy. But that is insane. Let that sink in. 1 million copies. Imagine you selling 1 million copies. 1 million copies. 1 million copies in 3 days. Imagine if you're an artist, like a musician or something, and you sell 1 million.
Thanks for the dono.
It's proof that exclusives need to die. Stellar Blade is also a phenomenal PC port. Stellar Blade 2 most likely day and date.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget the mods.
Don't forget
Winking
the
face emoji.
Yep. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of mods. I saw one with CJ from San Andreas. Yeah, I saw one with him and everything like that. But yeah, man, I am telling you, imagine if that was just exclusive to PS5, bro. That's the reason why you see Microsoft, you see a lot of these other companies are putting their games on other platforms. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because of that same reason. 3 million, bro, can you imagine that? 3 million. Let that sink in. 3 million units. 3 million combined units and sold 1 million in 3 days. And it took the PS5 longer. 58 days. It took the PS5 fan base to get the game up to 1 million. It took 3 days on PC. This is why Microsoft will continue with their multi-platform strategy. This is why Sony is going to continue to put their games that they publish on other platforms. I don't blame these companies, because if I was in Sony's shoes, you got developers you have to pay. You have to pay to advertise the game. Everybody has to get paid. The actors, actresses, everybody has to get paid. You see what I'm saying? And it's about money at the end of the day. Money pays the bills. You know what I mean? So congratulations, man. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Like I said, I've played the crap out of that game. I kind of take my time with it since it came out last year. Kind of took my time with it and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm fighting one final Natiba, and that is it. And then I'm literally done with the game. Like, I'm literally done with the game. I've unlocked almost every single thing, and I'm just fighting this one boss, and then that's it. The game is done. So yeah, man, looking forward to the sequel. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into the Q&A portion of the show. If you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to super chat because we're officially fan funded. We do have a sponsor though, Instant Gaming. Check them out in the description as well if you buy all your games digitally and stuff like that. But we're almost 100% fan funded because of you guys. So if you have any questions, any concerns, feel free to Goku. Feel free to tag us. Feel free to member up. We had a great time with our Mario Kart 8 Switch 2 blowout. So stay tuned for more of those streams coming up. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's go. Let's go. Q&A time. Hey. Hey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Borderlands 4 price is $69.99. I forgot to talk about that. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, LaRue. Yep, Wednesday. It's possible, Alma. It's possible. It's possible, man. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, at the rate that it's going right now. But what kind of mods? Oh, shoot. Are you guys pre-ordering? What I was gonna say again. Are you guys pre-ordering I can't think right now. Are you guys pre-ordering Borderlands 4? Not a fan of Borderlands? Got you. Yeah, I'm not big on Borderlands either. I'm not a big Borderlands guy. He said, gonna do the dance today? Something gotta get me up out of the chair, man, for me to do that. You feel me? Borderlands 4. He says, we'll have to wait because Game of the Year comes out within 2 years. Hey, I hear you, man. Red Dead Redemption 2, hopefully this week. Yeah, we heard from the John Marston voice actor that it might be this week. We might get Red Dead Redemption 2. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. He said 2 of my friends got refunds for MindsEye from Amazon. Really? Yeah, man. I wish Best Buy could. I wish Best Buy could, but we'll see. He said, Marlon, I heard you can play PlayStation games on that new X. Yep. That's what I heard. Yep, because it has Steam. Yep. And Best Buy already got it up on their website right now, but pre-order is not there. Amazon refunded your copy, no problem. Wow. See, Amazon is a real one. I wish I would have bought mines from Amazon, but Best Buy? No, 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 no. So speaking of Amazon, they have first party games and Switch 2 listing are up too. Nice, nice. 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 Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, I just thought about it. Yeah, you can play PlayStation games on the ROG Ally already. Yeah, yeah. I guess because, hey, supercharged. I guess because people are like, oh, it's an Xbox themed Ally, so that's why. But yeah, you can. You already can do it on the Ally X or the ROG Ally. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Let's go, man. Let's go. Said Marlon, when are you doing Mario Kart World again? Hasselhoff needs more. Hopefully later on this week. We'll see. Hopefully later on this week. And we're going to have a giveaway coming up. We're going to have a giveaway coming up. So stay tuned, brother. Hey. We're going to have a giveaway coming up. I said Marlon, Sony making too much money off PC to get mad and take it off Steam store. Hey, yeah, they're making a lot of money for sure. For sure, they're making a lot of money. Oh yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. No, Jay, I'm ready, man. I'm ready, man. Are you ready? Sir DeCarlos, what's popping, bro? He said, Marlon, I'm getting the LG C4 OLED. Yes, perfect for the PS5 Pro. Yes, Nathan, you're in there, bro. He says, if any need of a micro SD express card for their switch to Walmart has the ONN 512 gigabyte back in stock on sale for $65. Oh, that's a great deal. Wow, that's a great deal. Said Marlon, what's this rematch game? I heard everyone rematch game. Rematch game. I haven't heard about a rematch game. What is that all about? You say you mean Red Dead 3? Red Dead 3. Who's talking about Red Dead 3? They say, cause I'm looking forward to buy one for my Switch too. Oh, nice, nice. There you go. There you go, bro. The Lexar 1 terabyte are still on back order. Yeah, I ain't even worrying about that. I got a 1 terabyte. I got a 1 terabyte one right here. I got a 1 terabyte. Well, this is not Express though. This is a micro SD card for my LIX. So the Seafood creator is making rematch. It's like Rocket League and I think I've seen that game. Did they show it off at Summer Game Fest, right? Yeah, I think they showed it off at Summer Game Fest. Looks like soccer with Fortnite. Soccer with Fortnite. Okay, graphics. Gotcha. That's supposed to be coming out soon. El Unico, that's supposed to be coming out soon. I don't know when yet, but that's supposed to be coming out soon as well. Yeah, that's supposed to be coming out very soon. Said Marlon played Spider-Man Remaster for the first time. Hey, yeah, enjoy, man. It's pretty good, bro. It's pretty good. Enjoy. It's pretty good. Enjoy, my brother. Enjoy. Can't wait for. Oh my God, dude. Eat it, bro. I had so much fun. Oh, you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I know. Listen, I know it's expensive. But yo, listen to me right now. I had the time of my life playing Gears of War Reloaded. I should have recorded myself playing it. But I had the time of my life playing Gears of War Reloaded in my bed on my Claw 8, bro. And I promise you, it was 1200p. I think it was 1200p low settings or medium to low settings. It was a mixture of medium to low settings. And no upscaling. And I was getting 120 FPS on the Claw 8. I am not, man, these handhelds, man, on games that are really well optimized, you can really max out the refresh rate. Like, no joke. I was getting a steady, sometimes it will go down to like 110, but then it will go back up. But I'm telling you guys, because it does have VRR, I'm telling you, it was such an enjoyable experience playing Gears E-Day. I mean, not Gears E-Day. I meant to say Gears of War Reloaded with my cousin and everything. And I was able to talk to him on the built-in microphone on the Claw 8. And he was like, man, the mic sounds excellent. At first, I was trying to use my Xbox wireless headphones, but then they weren't working. And I was like, holy freaking cow. But yo, it was so good. It was such a good experience. Such a good experience. Ah, man. No. It's not confirmed, bro. I didn't say anything about Gears of War E-Day, man. I didn't say. Y'all didn't hear me say nothing about E-Day. I didn't mean to mention anything about E-Day. I was talking about Gears Reloaded. So that's it. All right, it says we might get Mario Odyssey 2. Oh yeah, you already know, man. You know that's gonna come. My man says, it says I'm going to buy the Xbox Ally. Yo, yes, bro, yes. I want to get it. I want to get one so that I can review it on the channel for sure. 100%. I want to get one so I can review it on the channel. Straight up. I want to get one so I can review on the channel for you guys. Definitely want to get one so I can review on the channel. Definitely. It says, are you going to upgrade the ROG Xbox? $900. It's a little bit pricey. Well, we don't know what the price is going to be. I mean, we heard rumors that it's going to be over $1,000, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be $899, either $899 or $799. My predictions is $799, considering what we heard from Asus on their YouTube channel saying how they're trying to make it affordable. They're going to try to make it affordable for gamers, or whatever the case may be. So I would say $799 for the Ally X and then $699 for the non-X version. But I'm going to tell you, guys, I'm not kidding right now. They do have it up on Best Buy's website. I'm not joking around, guys. I'm not joking around. I wish I was joking around. They have it up on Best Buy. I signed up for the pre-order email. I'm not joking. It's already, if you go to Best Buy's website right now, it's already up on there right now. I'm not joking. So they're getting ready. They're getting ready for pre-orders to drop in soon. So I'm telling you, get your dollar bills ready. Get your dollar bills ready, because it's going down. Yeah, it's going down. I'm gonna show y'all. They already have it up on there, bro. Let me see. Let me go back to the screen. If you go back to the main screen, like, okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me show you guys real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. So close that out real fast, and let me go back to the main screen. I'm gonna show you guys. All right, so right now, currently, all right, there we go. Cool. Let me show you guys. All right, so as you guys can see right there, holiday 2025, right there. So they already got it up on there, bro. Soon as pre-orders drop, it's going down. So there it is, ROG Xbox Ally, ROG Xbox Ally X. I'm telling you, this thing is going to sell out. It's going to sell out real fast. I'm going to tell you, being that this is the first Xbox, Xbox handheld with their branding on it. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this thing is going to sell like crazy. I mean, I'm going to tell y'all boys that right now. So make sure you keep your eye out for it if you're interested. I would go on there and sign up for email notifications if you want to and stuff like that. But yeah, there it is. I know some of you guys been talking about it, but there it is. I said watch out for scalpers. Scalpers, hey man, them scalpers, oh boy. You always got to watch out for them, but hey, man, that's why you try to get it when you can. You know what I mean? You try to get it when you can. You say ain't nobody buying that for $1,000. Oh wait, what? Okay. Ain't nobody buying it for $1,000. Let me show you the Claw 8 right now. Ain't nobody buying that for $1,000. People out here spending $1,000 freaking dollars on these handhelds. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? I don't think you hear what I'm saying right now. You hear me? Oh, nobody's going to buy it for $1,000? Man, even at $1,000, it's still going to sell. People still going to buy it. Look at this right here. Let me show you this. Y'all think this is a joke? Think this is a joke? Nah. $1,000 is going to be gone. Look at this right here. The Claw 8, right? Look at this right here. The Claw 8. Every single time this thing comes into stock, it is sold out. Every single time. $1,000 and it's gone. I promise you. Every time I come on here to look for this thing, it is gone at $1,000. So people are spending. Don't say nobody's going to buy it, bro. People will buy it. People got money. That's something that I've learned in life. You might say, oh, this is too expensive, or nobody is going to buy it. Don't ever say nobody is not going to buy it, because people are going to buy it. People with money is going to buy it. So you might say, oh, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, it might not be worth it to you, but to the next man, it is. I am telling you, look how much, you know how much for a Series X now? All these things are going up in price. All these things are going up in price. A Series X, I'm so happy I got my Series X when I did. Nobody is going to buy it. Yeah, that's what you think. Nobody is going to buy it. Nah, bro. Somebody will buy it. Somebody will buy it. I can't believe an Xbox Series X is that much money now. Xbox Series X is $600. Let that sink in. With taxes, almost $700 for a Series X. Like no joke at all. Like almost $700 with taxes for a Series X. Something that came out 5 years ago. I try to tell you boys. I try to tell y'all, like, man. And I'm pretty sure there's probably some people that bought those Xboxes for that price. I'm pretty sure. Because some people got it like that. You know what I mean? Some people just got it like that. Like, and just like how people were saying, oh yeah, the Switch 2 ain't worth it. Like, ain't nobody gonna buy the Switch 2. You crazy out your brains? Ain't nobody gonna buy no Switch 2, dog. And sold out. I went to Best Buy couple what was it, like 3-4 days ago? I went to Best Buy. Dude said they sold out. After the launch, they got another shipment. And then after that second shipment, gone. They said they're not getting any more Switch 2s for a whole month and a half. So you might be saying, oh yeah, it's not worth it. $450. Oh, no, it ain't worth it. Ain't nobody gonna buy that. Sold out. Fastest selling freaking console right now is the Switch 2. Crazy, man. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's the Wild West out here, bro. Like, people with money will jump on it. 100%. So that Xbox Ally, even at $1,000, is still going to be sold out. It's still going to go. That's just the reality. So, hey, man, just realize that we're in a time frame now where everything is going up in price and people are willing to spend whatever it takes, you know what I mean, to get that money. So, yep, there you have it. There you have it. He said, I think a 1 terabyte Ally. Yep. A 1 terabyte Ally is $799 and the 2 terabyte is $900 currently right now. Wait, no. Hold on. No, it's more than that. It's $1,000, bro. Hold up. Hold on. It's $1,000, homie. It's $1,000 for, so yeah, nobody is going to buy it, right? It's $1,000 freaking dollars for an Ally X right now. I'm not joking. $1,000 for Ally X. Yep. Yeah. So nobody's gonna buy it, huh? $1,000 for the Ally X right now. $1,000 for the Ally X right now. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? Look on the screen. Y'all think this is a joke. Pause the music. Pause the music. Pay attention to your screen, because y'all think this is a joke. $1,000 freaking dollars for an Ally X currently right now. So how much do you think that Xbox handheld's gonna be? $899 because of tariffs. Because of the tariffs, they both went up $100 more. They literally both went up. So let me tell y'all a story right quick. Y'all don't even understand right now. Let me tell y'all this right now. Some people have the privileges and some people got the money to buy stuff like this at the current price, right? Because of tariffs and stuff. Mind you, this was $7.99 for the 1 terabyte and $8.99 for the 2 terabyte. But because of tariffs, they both went up $100 a piece, right? And Switch 2 is fixing to go up too. I try to tell you guys, you know, because of what's going on right now in the world, expect the Switch 2 to go up in price too, depending, hopefully things don't get worse. But there it is right in front of your eyes. The Ally X. Yes, the 2 terabyte version is $1,000 freaking dollars. So that's $1,100 with taxes. I'm not joking, bro. I am not freaking joking. I'm not joking around. So if you guys weren't members in my stream, I told y'all I had the Ally X. What was it like? Last year I had the Ally X. And so I said, you know what? The Claw 8 was getting ready to come out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to return it to Best Buy, get my money back, and put the money from the Ally X towards the Claw 8. And that's how I end up with the Claw 8. I reviewed the Claw 8 on the channel, but then I was like, wait, Microsoft is getting ready to come out with the Ally, the Xbox, not the Xbox. Was it the Xbox? Yeah, the Xbox Ally. And so I was like, man, it would be nice to do comparisons between the Ally X and the Xbox Ally X. And so I was like, man, you hear how that naming is confusing? So I was like, man, if I can find an Ally X again at a cheaper price, like way cheaper than what Best Buy is selling, because even an open box 1 terabyte Ally X is going for let that sink in, $800. So with taxes, you're talking about $900 for an Ally X, bro. I'm not joking. So I start looking around pawn shops and I was like, man, if I can find an Ally X for dirt cheap, because typically it's a hit or miss with pawn shops. Pawn shops, they typically price their stuff based off of condition, how many they have, and then they also look at the market as well. So this happened last week. So I was like, man, if I can find an Ally X for way cheaper than what it's on here for, just so I can make content with it around the time when the Xbox Ally X comes out. Plus I want to install Steam OS on there. And I was like, I looked on this marketplace for this pawn shop. They have like a bunch of pawn shops on there. And I was like, okay, this it's called Baya Marketplace. And I looked and I saw this Ally X for $700, right? And I was like, wait, that's not a bad deal. But it came with like every single accessory that you would freaking want, right? So I tell you the story. So on the actual website, I pitched them an offer and I said $700, that's a bit too much. So I said, hey, if they can get that price down, like, you know, even less, like maybe $650 or even under that, fine. But anyways, I just said, hey, $650. What about $650? Bro, the next morning I got a phone call from the pawn shop. The next morning before they were open, I got a phone call from them saying, we accept your offer, right? Then I called them back and I said, hey, look, I know you accepted my offer for the $650, but hey, my card is not going to allow me, my credit card is not going to allow me to put this on my credit card. Like, I mean, it's going to max out my credit card with taxes, right? So then the lady was like, all right, no problem. I said, can y'all take off something else off the price? Like maybe another 50 or something like that. Trying to just use my brain. And the lady was like, well, the dude on the phone was like, hey, hold on a second, let me talk to my boss. And dude came back and he was like, look, I tell you what, $650 out the door. I said, what? What do you say? He said $650 out the door, because $650 with taxes would have brought it over $700. He said $650 out the door. I said, oh shoot. I said, you ain't got to tell me twice. Now, mind you, the pawn shop is way across town, like an hour and change away from town. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put this on my credit card. I'm like, all right, let's freaking go. So then got in my truck, rolled out, and got over there. And so I pulled up to the pawn shop, nice, clean pawn shop. Pulled up to the pawn shop, looked on the freaking building, and it said something that if you are first responder, police officer, whatever, you get 10% off. So I said, oh, shoot, okay. I said, all right, let's go. Let's get in here. So then I went inside, and so I said, hi, how y'all doing? I'm here for the Ally X. And so I told the lady, I said, man, I saw on the door, it said that you can get an additional 10% off if you are first responder or police officer or whatever the case may be. And I said, my wife works for the PD and stuff. And so the lady was like, really? And I said, yes. I said, I could call her right now. And the lady was like, okay, because I tell you, God is so good. The moral of the story, how amazing God is, and how you have to use your brain sometimes. So I told her, I said, I'm gonna call my wife, say you ain't got to do that. She said, I'm gonna give you a better discount. The lady said, and mind you, this is the only handheld that they have in the freaking pawn shop. This pawn shop, the lady didn't even knew what it was. She said, is that like a PC? Or she didn't even knew what it was, bro. She didn't even know what it was. And I didn't make her any wiser. I did not make this lady any wiser, bro. I act like a dummy. The whole time I was in there, I act like a dummy. I said, yeah, kind of seemed like a portable PC. Knowing doggone well, I do this for a living. I know what the device is, but I'm not trying to get too excited. My dad taught me that, like, if you're getting a really good deal, just act calm. Especially if you cry the price down, just act like it ain't nothing. So I'm keeping my composure. I'm staying cool. And she's like, yeah, we don't even know what this is. Like, somebody brought it in. I said, in my mind, I'm like, so then she said, listen, we told y'all $650 out the door with taxes and everything included. And I said, oh, shoot. So then she said, I'm going to give you 2 more discounts. She said, I'm going to give you 1 discount because your wife is law enforcement. And I'm also going to give you another discount for coming out so far away. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, okay. I wasn't doing all that. I wasn't doing like, okay. In my mind, I said, okay. So I'm standing there. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. And I'm looking at her with a straight face. Like, I'm not even smiling or anything. In my mind, in my heart, I'm smiling. I'm like, man, an Ally X with all this stuff? I'm like, I'm like, let's freaking go. So I'm keeping my cool, right? So then she in her little computer typing up stuff. And then she was like, okay, I got a better deal for you. I said, okay, all right, hit me with it. What's going on? She came back and she said, $590. Literally $590. Bro, we went from $700. We went from $700 showing you how good God is. Where are you going to find an Ally X for $590 with all the stuff that I got it with? You're not going to find that no freaking where. Considering Best Buy selling it for $800 open box. Lady came back and said $590. Bro, mind you, I was shocked. I was like, okay. So then she gave it to me, right? So this is it right here. This is it in my hands. Bro, when I say, and while I was driving up there, I asked her, I said, I said, hey, could you please take off the case off the back and check to see if the screws are installed in the back of it? And the lady was like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm still driving. I'm driving up there for that deal. And my dad always tell me, like, the best deals is always far away, always out of town. So I'm driving. I'm gunning it. I'm going. And so she was like, yeah, and don't worry. She said, don't be in a hurry. We took it off the shelf for you. So anyways, she checked the back of it. She said no screws are missing, bro. When I tell you she handed it to me in my hands, dog, not a scratch on this thing, bro. And I think they had it up there listed as, I think like new condition. But, you know, everybody's like new condition and my like new condition is different. So anyways, I'm looking at it, man, bro, not one freaking scratch. It already had a glass protector on the screen and it came in this case. In this freaking case right here, dog. This case right here on Amazon, this Jocks case is at least with taxes like $38, right? I'm not done yet. Then when I turn it on, she said, hey, I said, there's a password on here. She said, yeah, just put in the password. I'll give you the password. I put the password in there and I was testing it out and everything. And I said, okay, everything is good. And then I looked at the top of it, dog. At the top, I promise you, I got away. That was a steal. That's probably one of the best deals I've ever gotten in a long time. Bro, guys, I'm looking at the top of the device. There's a micro SD card wedged into the top of it. So I'm like, I said, this is even a better deal. So I took it out. I took it out of there. And I said, 1 terabyte SD card. I went on Amazon. This goes for $120, but it's on sale for $89. Dog, with this case and this 1 terabyte micro SD is already freaking about $150. At least about $100. Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, that's about $160. $160 just for these two items, which makes the Ally X $400. Are y'all following what I'm saying? Okay, we're not even done yet. Where's the case? Where is it? Okay, the case is not in here. I wish the case was. Maybe I need to get up and go get the case. But the case, they have it. They have another case for it, and it was the Asus case, the official Asus, the Asus case, the $50 hard one, like the official one. That alone is like $50 before taxes. So that's like almost $60. So, dog, and it came with the charger with the plastic on it. So just with the two cases and that micro SD card is literally over $200. Literally over $200 in accessories, which makes this thing less than $400. Dog, bro, I can't tell you how much good of a deal that is. I can't tell. So the moral of the story is this. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't go to these pawn shops. Some of you guys know about pawn shops. I'm telling you, them pawn shops, I don't know. Maybe I got really fortunate, but I'm telling them pawn shops, bro, hit up them pawn shops because, bro, perfectly working ROG Ally X for the price I got it for. I'm not joking. I'm not freaking joking, bro. And the lady was like, when I was leaving out, the lady was like, look, just give us a 5-star review. I said, all right, bet. But, bro, this thing is in pristine condition for the price I got it for. Where are you going to find an Ally X for $590 before taxes? Nowhere. Crazy, bro. Crazy. You're not going to find that nowhere. I don't care. You could go to Best Buy all you want. You're going to pay $800. I just showed y'all. You're going to pay $800 just for the Ally X with no accessories. You're going to have to buy a case for it. You're going to have to buy a screen protector for it. So by the time you do all that, you're going to spend over $1,000. Yeah. So there you go. All right, so let's get back in here. Just wanted to share that with y'all because, man, that was a crazy freaking deal. That was a crazy freaking deal, bro. That was a crazy deal. That's probably one of the best. Oh, let me go get the case. Y'all think I'm not about this? Hold on, I'm gonna show you the case. The other case I got with it, bro. Like, I'm not lying. I'm not lying, bro. I'm not lying. All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back, bro. So here we go. I was looking everywhere for this freaking case. Then it comes with this case too, right? So what a freak. That's probably the best deal I have gotten in a long time, dog. What a freak. I've gotten really good deals on cars, electronics, here and there, but this is probably one of the best deals I've gotten. Like, one of the best deals. It's up there. When I say it had this case too as well. And I was like, man, I looked it up. I said, this is the official Republic of Gamers case. And I was like, God, bro. God. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying right now? I'm just talking just to talk. Dog. This case goes for like, I think $60 by itself. And this is the official hard. You know what? When they first dropped these cases, I was like, man, like, this is one of the coolest cases I've ever seen. Bro, this was in there. So all of this case, and the 1 terabyte micro SD card and the freaking charger, bro. Yeah, try going on Mercari or eBay. I dare you to go on Mercari or eBay right now. I can almost guarantee you for Ally X with all this stuff, a 1 terabyte SSD, you're probably gonna pay about $800-900. Probably about $900. Straight up. I'm not $900. You are not getting this for under $600. It's not happening. It's not happening. Straight up. So the moral of the story is check out them pawn shops. You know what I mean? It's hard times right now. Check out them pawn shops. You be surprised. You be surprised on the kind of deals that you're going to get. You be surprised. No joke. You be surprised. You be surprised. All that for under $600. You be surprised. You be surprised. Y'all think I'm joking? All of that for what's Wagwan, Maj Wagwan? All of that for under $600 before taxes. So there you go. There you go. Before taxes. It said, I just got a box Legion Go for $320 off Macari through SteamOS on. What? No way. Bro, let me check on Macari right now. There's no way, dude. There's no way. You got a Legion Go for $320. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. You got a Legion Go for I refuse to believe that. There ain't no way. Probably scratched up like a big dog. No way, bro. I see a Legion Go. Well, no, $500. $500 at the lowest. You gotta weigh. You gotta weigh. If that is true, bro, you got a way. You got a way. $320, bro. That is a steal. Oh my goodness, dude. That is I'm looking on Macari right now, and $450 is like the cheapest I've seen right now. You got a deal. Oh, you got a deal. Ugh. That person just gave away that freaking Legion Go. They're like, yep, don't want it no more. Here you go. I don't want. They're like, look, I don't want it no more. You could take it. You could have it. I don't care for it. That's crazy, bro. That is absolute nuts. But I'm telling you, man, if you guys check out them pawn shop, he said best deal I got for a free SD card for my Xbox. Wow. He says I had 3 extra consoles last generation, so I took 2 of them to the pawn shop, and they don't give you much money, like $100 if you're lucky. Oh, nah. Certain things you don't bring to pawn shops. I will say that. Like certain stuff like that, I wouldn't trade or sell your consoles there because they're not going to give you much money. But buying, man, I got lucky with this. This Ally X, like that, a freaking steal. Oh my goodness. I can't, bro. The case is in pristine condition. The Ally X is in pristine condition. I mean, I got lucky. I mean, look at they even have the plastic on here on the case. So whoever had this barely freaking used it. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, and it has a screen protect. I got a deal. This is what you call a deal. Shoot, I got a deal, man. Just remember, Marlon is worth $5 million. I wish I was worth $5 million. I wish. Maybe one day I will be worth $5 million. I hope I do. I really hope I do be worth $5 million one day. I can help some of y'all get rich as well one day. If I was worth that much money, shoot, I wish. That is a man. Hey, Sir DeCarlos, I was so happy that day, dog. I was so happy. I was like, dog, I cannot believe I scored that. I cannot believe I scored that deal. That, bro, crazy. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. It's absolute madness. God. He said, man, I'm glad you was able to get a good deal on that. Yeah, man, because, dog, finding an Ally X now, I can't do it. Too much money. You know what I mean? But if you can find that for under $600 with taxes, steal. He said, Marlon, this trick to manifestation. He says you believe you're already that millionaire. That is true. That is true. That's true. Said Marlon says I was trying to tell you to install the TMR joysticks in my DualSense Edge controller. They're enhanced Hall effect sticks. I did an incredible. Oh, Kendrick, I'm happy to hear that. I'm over here yabbing. I'm happy to hear that, my brother. Awesome, dude. Awesome. He said, gotta hit that lottery ticket. I know, man. But it's hard, though, guys. It's hard. It's hard, though. It's hard. It's hard to play the lottery and win, man. So you just got to keep grinding, you know? Just got to keep grinding. Grinding, man. Grinding. But yeah, that is a really good freaking deal. I'm telling you guys, really good freaking deal. And let me check right now. I'm about to go on here. I'm about to go on let me just go on here and just type in Ally X on here. I'm just Googling it right now. Over 1,000, bro. Hold on, pause. I just typed in, bro, I literally just typed in Ally X, right? And then the first listing is $1,100 on eBay. $1,200 on eBay. Bro, $1,200 on. Let me see what this comes with on eBay for $1,200. Comes with a case. That's it. It just comes with the Ally X in the case. It just comes with the Ally X in the case, bro. It just comes with the Ally X and the case. That's it. For $1,200 on eBay. You kidding me? MindsEye, nah, bro. I don't want to finish MindsEye, dog. MindsEye, nope. I'm good, bro. I got other games I can play. Get MindsEye out of here, bro. Bro, on eBay, this thing is going for over $1,000, dog. Over $1,000. Porter Rock 77 was talking about inviting you to Inviting you on the show a few days ago. Really? Porter Rock knows about me? Dog, this is crazy. On eBay, this thing is going for over $1,000 freaking dollars. Oh my God, bro, this can't be real. Bro, on eBay, this thing is, make my deal even sweeter. Make my deal even $900, $800. Well, no. This is the regular Ally. This is not even the X. Oh shoot. Refurbish $800. Refurbish $829. Bro, this is crazy. $800 pre-owned. These prices are crazy. $720 or best offer. That's the lowest price I've seen, but that don't come with no accessories or nothing. So anywhere from like $700, $750. Bro, that's crazy. Like that is, oh man. That's absolutely freaking nuts, dude. That's nuts. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here, guys. I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long. Your boy do have to get going. I will have these timestamps ready for you guys. So I appreciate you guys, man. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that share button for me. I appreciate y'all boys, man. And love y'all. One love and God bless. Let me check the poll real quick before we head out. So I ask you guys, do you think that GTA 6 will get delayed again? And 62% of you guys said yes. And 38% of you guys said no. So there's that one. I do think it's going to get delayed too as well. But thank y'all so much, man. I'm not going to hold up more of your time. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And like the great legendary Etika would say, please have yourself an amazing one. I love y'all. We out, man. Peace.
chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight.